Hey guys, so today I am sweating like crazy and you'll hear noise in the background because we are working on that back bird garden. I haven't been able to film too much because our neighbors did most of it on a day when my husband was working, and I also teach fitness classes, so I wasn't able to film much of it, but he's had his excavator here and it's been a lot easier for him to be doing that in his excavator than us doing it all by hand. But today I wanted to show you a little bit of just some harvests that we're doing. We've had 3 crazy days of rain, just straight rain, and so my tomatoes are starting to split, and I'm worried my watermelon is done growing, but I'm worried it might be watery now because of all the rain. So we'll see. But I'm going to be harvesting a lot of stuff today, and then possibly on Monday or Wednesday next week I'll show you just some snippets from us working in the back area on that garden spot that we share with our neighbors. But it's humid and I've been picking up stones and anyway, it's a lot of work. But we'll get started with the harvest as well. Alright, so like I said, we've had a lot of rain the last few days, and I just want to show you my tomatoes are splitting really bad because of the rain. And I was worried about this, but it's been 3 days of straight rain, not any moment of letting up, and I have not been able to get out here to pick tomatoes because it's been downpouring. But this is what happens. I'm hoping I'm catching some of them early enough to just cut out the bad parts and salvage them. But that's what happens when you get a lot of moisture. The skins are not able to grow fast enough to keep up with the moisture being taken in by the tomato, so then it breaks open. But we're gonna have a lot of other tomatoes that are still looking good, so I'm excited. So these are some hot peppers. They're, I believe, hot cherry reds. And I haven't even eaten them yet, but my brother tried them and said they are really spicy. So I'm gonna be doing some more probably hot pepper jelly or something with them. Tons of hot peppers. My daughter loves picking these. They're her favorite thing to pick. And these are the Hungarian peppers. I've shown myself picking them before. These things have not stopped producing, and so it's a good thing we like spicy food, otherwise we'd be at a loss of what to do.
Oh, I hear a puppy.
So I'm going to be harvesting quite a few things here. These are my gourds and they are looking sad. The end of the season is coming for a lot of these things, that's why they're looking this way. You can see my trellis here with the pumpkins and the watermelon looks terrible. It looks like I'm a terrible gardener, but this is what happens. It's normal. That's how, and I've said this before, that's how you know that the pumpkins are getting ready to pick, is when the vines start drying out and dying off. So we're gonna pick most of the pumpkins today. I think we might actually pick all of them and then just let this last one ripen inside, and then I will clean out these beds and get ready to plant some garlic later on. So our squash bugs just started coming and all my squash are done, so that's really nice. I'm gonna pick this pumpkin and I'm gonna be done with my squash, so that way these guys don't destroy it. I won this year. Ha! Alright, so here now we are picking our tomatillos, and you know that they're ready when you can squeeze the lantern and there's no air. The fruit inside fills the paper lantern spot. So we're going to pick all of the ones we have that are ready. So here is our harvest for the day. Sorry, the sun is bright. I should have put all this in the shade. But we've got just a gourd mix here for decoration. These pumpkins here are the baby boos. Those are for decoration too. These pumpkins are my Butterkin Squash. So a mix between a pumpkin and a butternut squash. And they're supposed to be really, really tasty. We will test them out and see. If I decide that they're too hard to eat or not worth because they're just so small, much smaller than these pie pumpkins here. Then they're also really pretty for decoration. And I know I mentioned previously in a previous video that I would probably grow these again for decoration, but not so much for an eating squash, just because of how small they are. Then we've got our pie pumpkins. We've got more in the house. I think we had 11 or 12 pie pumpkins this year, which is exciting. There's our big sugar baby watermelon, and a couple others. I'm worried that they may not have been able to get to maturity before their vines started dying off. So, but this one is promising. And then here we've got a lot of our Hungarian peppers. This is a purple bell pepper, and I've got another large green bell pepper in here somewhere. And then the base, most of this is all tomatoes. Move that out of the way. We've got lots of tomatoes under here, and then our large red cherry peppers. Those are spicy peppers. And then here we've got more of the peppers, and then tomatillos. It's so hard to pick these because they are the same color as the plant, and so you just have to feel for them. And I kept thinking I had them all, and then all of a sudden I'd find another cluster of like 5 that were ready, and then that kept happening again and again. So, but this is our harvest today in our little garden, and I'm really pleased with it. And I think harvest time is coming to almost a close with some of the things. So I pulled all of the squash off, or picked all the squash, and so tomorrow, probably, if I have time, I'm going to clean up this whole trellis here. I'm going to clean that up, make it look good again. But we've still got some time left in the tomatillos and the tomatoes. I think my zucchini over there is just about done. It's looking kind of dry and dead, and the gourds are just about done as well. The peppers are still going strong, and we'll see. I might just tear them up anyways, just because I don't know if we need more hot peppers than what we've got. We like them, we'll use them, but we'll see. So that's about everything we're going to do for today. Next thing I've got to do is preserve all of this food so it doesn't go to waste, because I'm not going to eat 20 tomatoes in a couple evenings. So preserving food, because that's the worst thing ever, is when you work so hard to grow your food and then it just goes to waste because you don't get around to eating it in time. And so find ways to preserve. And the thing that I love about growing my own food is there's no chemicals on this, and it makes me happy, because if you get anything from the store, it all has some sort of chemical on it. I did use 7 at the very beginning of the season when I saw my first bug, because I got nervous. And I've been listening to Journey with Jill. She's a gardener in Tennessee, Arkansas. I'll have to check on that. I think it's Arkansas. And I've been listening to her podcast, and she talked about how beginner gardeners often freak out when they see the bug and they go for the extreme bug killer. And that's what I did. And luckily I sprayed it only because I didn't have any produce on any of my plants yet. And so that's the only reason why I did. But listening to her, I thought, you know what? No, I'm not gonna freak out again. I'm gonna make myself relax, and just the bugs aren't gonna go from 1 to 1,000,000 overnight. So after that one use, I only used neem oil the rest of the season, which is a plant extract, and my garden has been doing great, and so I'm really pleased with that. I also want to point out, if you're going to be planting garlic, if you want to do garlic, it's time to look into buying your garlic and getting it ready, if you haven't done so already. So I'll be planting garlic here in a little while. I'll have a video on that, but look into ordering it. And other than that, just stay tuned. I'm going to be canning the pumpkin and some other things, so I'll keep you posted. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.